Alright, so, I mentioned a stronghold. So, if you alert guard and they get an alarm off while you hunt down the a-hole Lord Regent, then he will actually run away and hide in a safe house, which makes things, from what I hear, harder. I fortunately did a pretty decent job, and didn't. I wanted to give more mana from potions. Yeah, for the most part, I didn't have a hard. I did have a hard time, but I was lucky enough not to alert the guards, so I didn't have to worry about the safe house. But yeah, from what I hear, the safe house makes it much harder to find, and yeah, that's right. They have a bunch of like annoying machines that are machine won't activate unless it sees you, so if you stay hidden, and that'll come into play later, several times actually, because they have a lot of random rooms. It's like, hey, look, walk in here, oh look, it's a machine that's gonna shock you and kill you, lol lol lol. Yeah, so the safe house is pretty interesting mechanic they have. It's like if you scare him off too much, then he'll run away and he'll try and hide. I think that's pretty cool. Although I have no idea if it makes it harder or easier, but regardless, it is pretty interesting that they've actually made the characters feel somewhat alive. You know, if you're in Lord Regent's, position, one, screw you, and two, you probably get scared shitless if you know someone's in the castle and you want to run off to go somewhere, you know. So I think it's cool, and it makes some logical sense. Oh yeah, that's right. This room is really annoying because the guy on the other side, he's too far away to see me, right? And I think I do strangle this guy. You'll be seeing a lot of this balcony. I'll say that much, because there are a lot of people who walk around, especially on the bridge over there. But yeah, there's not only a wall of light, but I think, oh, that's an alarm. Okay, I thought that was a electrocution tower. Indeed, I believe so. That's right. There's like 3 people patrolling this bridge. 2 other people on the other side. One guy is still in the area, who later on gets suspicious that no one's walking. So you have to take care of him before he finds the body and alerts people, because there's an alarm, and that would have triggered off the. I think I go and shut off the alarm because I was like, this is going to be a problem. If he's going to, get scared and run off to a safe room, let's just disable all the alarms that I can find. Because I don't need to make shit harder for me when I already made things harder enough. Just by playing the game with my own stupid tactics. That's right, I was worried about getting spotted. I don't know how far they go down, and I don't know if they walk to a certain point where they can see you, but you can't attack them yet. Like right here, it's a little worried. And then that's what I heard this asshole. He's like, hey, someone's supposed to be on duty. Where the balls did he go? So I think I have to wait for this guy to move in order to blink over there. Or not blink, I just walk, I guess. But I can now take out this guy. And I think I throw his body on top of his body. They're just, cuddling in the corner. Don't worry. They're off duty. It's all good. And I was way too far out. I think I was able to grab this guy before he made it back to the other side of the bridge. Yes, I did. And I thought he heard me, and so I was like, what the balls? Please, no, don't come. There's a tall boy patrolling down there. This is, if you guys are noticing, this is the same exact map that we saw in the beginning of the game, like they mentioned. Oh yeah, that's right. I almost get spotted on the bridge, and I was like, I started to panic, and I wanted to like draw them out so I could strangle them. And I think I realized that I actually have sleep darts, and I'm pretty sure I just walked and shoot both of them. I was like, oh wait, that's right. What am I doing? Gone. Sleep darts make things so much easier, but you can only hold 10 of them, which is kind of... I mean, it probably makes sense, because it would be overpowered if you could just have a bajillion different sleep darts. But at the same time, it makes things so much harder, because... like, I agree that the fact with the limit of 10, but at the same time, I'm like, I just don't want a limit on probably one of those overpowered weapons in the game. At least when you're trying to do a a pacifist run, because you know, it's a range strangle, a range strangle. Yep, it's essentially what it does. So, except with tall bodies, or tall boys, I should say, because you have to kill tall boys in order to get rid of them. I think now I'm just like running around with the crossbow for a bit and waste a bunch of ammo. And that's when I remember, oh yeah, I have a beating heart that shows me where everything is. Let me see if I'm close to one. I think there's a new note, just in case you guys were wondering. I think this is a new note. Official decree. The waterlock only, front gate is sealed, no exceptions. I missed that. So I already wasted a bolt. Good job. GG. Now, if I remember correctly, you can get some of the bolt back from dead bodies, or dead bodies, but I don't think you can recover sleep darts, which makes things a little more complicated. Now, I actually find where to go relatively easily in this map. And if I didn't stick around to fuck around, that's what I do. I find this little nook and cranny, and I'm trying to find a way to get to the top, because there's a rune, and I do find this much later. I actually used the optics there for once. But yeah, I saw there was a rune, and it was much higher, and I was like, how the balls do I get there? And I don't actually remember finding a particular pathway. I found a way to get into the tower, and the tower is where I'm supposed to go, but I cannot. I think I run through the entire building to get to the other side, to find where that rune is. But I find it after I deal with everything. It's like the last thing I do before running back to Sam. But I actually make it into the Dunwall Tower relatively easily. Like, all things considered, I had a pretty easy time. But I was noticing I was missing a rune, or there's new different runes and bone charms to find. So I was like, where the balls do I go? How do I what? But we do get this little cutscene here. What am I doing? Oh, I was wondering if he's in the safe house.
Everything is secure on the grounds.
I was like, where the hell is he?
To check again. I'm going to head down to my bedroom.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I think it would be best if you stay in your safe room on the roof for now.
I need the comfort of my own bed tonight. Just you and your men can handle the tower security. Double the guard if you have to. Come see me before you finish your rounds.
Yes, as you wish, Lord Regent. I'm heading up. Keep this area secure and use that alarm if there's any sign.
So, if you heard, he's going to be in his quarters, and oh yeah, so I spent a bunch of time fucking around in this outer area because I'm trying to find a way to get to that particular rune, and I spent about a large majority of my time just fucking around, running back and forth, disabling alarms, and I think I die at one point, and I get spotted by the watchtower, and I'm like, where the balls do I go to get this stupid rune? And it it was a lot of footage that I just spent running around in circles doing pretty much nothing. So I just sped everything up so you can see my crazy little adventure. And I think at one point I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to go. I do disable the watchtower and everything. And I go over here and I found out that this is the passageway that I can now like swim through. But I think now I just go back to the tower. And I should have slowed this down. Lol, what? I guess I fucked up and I just restarted. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like, why did I speed that section up? Anyway, we're back. Normal speed. There's a bone charm. There's a rune down there in the basement area, and I think now I start my body collecting room, not rune. I don't think it starts with this guy. I think I try and get him, and then I was like, okay, fuck it. He's too far. Because there's a guy defending the door. There's a guy down here that I try and not get. Try to go to that door, but I can't. I need a particular key. Yeah, I think this is when I start my body collecting room. Because when you're trying to do a non-lethal takedown, you have to hide the bodies in some way, shape, or form. I guess you would have to hide the bodies on any sort of type of run, whether you're trying to kill people or not. But you need a room to hide the bodies in. And I usually try... Well, I haven't tried to hide the bodies, but while I'm, running around one particular house, I thought it'd be a good idea to hide a bunch of bodies throughout the area. And this particular room that I'm in sort of becomes like a little pen for unconscious bodies that I just have like littered around. I think it's like I have like 2, maybe 3 people in there at one point, maybe 4. It was a lot of people that were just sitting unconscious in this one room. Like I could just imagine like all of them waking up and like, dude, what the fuck are we doing in here? What time is it? What year is it? What the fuck's going on? There's a guard down there. How many bolts? I have 1 bolt left.
Huh?
No, shut up. Go away. I needed to rewire that. And I think while I'm picking this guy up, some guy walks on the corner. No? Okay. That would have been horrifyingly bad timing. And I probably would have cried a little. Shed like a manly tear. Don't we have just 2 bodies in here? Thought it was possibly 3. Because I don't think that guy in the bottom actually ever does anything. Oh yeah, and they have dogs in this area as well. So that's also a problem you have to worry about. And they have a wall of light just casually sitting there in the side of the fucking house. I probably should have rewired it, in all honesty, because it would have made my life a hell of a lot easier just to kill a bunch of people. But still trying to do that no pacifist or pseudo pacifist run. And so far I've been doing fairly well. At least in the last few episodes. I had that one level where I just went fucking crazy and killed a bunch of people. I think it was close to like 33. But no, I've calmed down a bit, My bloodlust has calmed a little. Oh yeah, and there are maids in this level as well. So not only do you have to worry about the armed guards, you have to worry about maids. And the maids are essentially like the armed guards, in that they will like alert each other, and they'll alert the other guard and whatnot. I think I try to run after this guy, but another guy walks on the corridor. Yeah, right there. I was like, oh, fucking, are you serious? And then I was worried about getting caught by this guy, so I blinked over here just in case. I don't know what he's carrying. Whale oil? I think I try and knock this guy out. Okay, I do. I have a very hard time in here because I accidentally knocked out a maid in a really, really awkward position, and I think someone heard me doing that, and then they run after me, and they're like, "Lol, what's going on?" I also wanted to try and get in there, but the door's locked. But yeah, so this is this area. It was actually pretty hard, and when I was going, like, once I had like completed the area, I found out that there was a much easier pathway, and the fact that there are vents on the top, as you can see right there, that you could actually climb up on top of.